Mount Fuji, Mount Fuji. Focus question. Why is Mount Fuji significant to so many people? Peaceful Mountain. Earth's tallest mountains are known for their high winds, cold temperature, and steep cliffs of rock and ice. They often look like harsh, unwelcoming places. The opposite is true of Japan's highest mountain. Although scientists consider it an active volcano, Mount Fuji conveys a sense of peace and calm. Snow-capped for most of the year, it is considered one of the most beautiful mountains in the world. For many Japanese people, Mount Fuji is not as a mountain, however. Just it's not just a mountain, however. It's also a symbol of their country and a place of worship. Throughout history, Mount Fuji has been a source of inspiration, and it continues to inspire people today. A Japanese treasure. Mount Fuji towers over the surrounding land at 3,776 meters, 12,388 feet tall. It is located about 100 kilometers, 60 miles southwest of Tokyo on Honshu, Japan's largest island, and roughly 46 kilometers, 29 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Mount Fuji is the centerpiece of Fuji Hakone-Izu National Park, which was established in 1936. In addition to volcanic landforms, the park features hot springs, coastlines, and islands. In 2013, UNESCO, an agency of the United Nations, granted Mount Fuji the status of a World Heritage Site. That status ensures its protection and conservation. UNESCO honored Mount Fuji for its cultural importance to the people of Japan. Geology. Mount Fuji is a cone-shaped volcano located where three huge plates in Earth's crust meet. Its volcanic activity is caused by the Pacific Plate, moving beneath the Philippine Plate and melting from the heat below. According to a Buddhist legend, an earthquake created Mount Fuji in 286 BCE. In reality, it formed over a very long period of time. Its base is thought to have formed about 65 million years ago. The modern-day mountain mainly formed as a result of lava building up over hundreds of thousands of years. Mount Fuji has erupted more than 70 times in the last 2,200 years. The largest eruption in recorded history took place in 864 CE. The most recent large eruption occurred in 1707, less than 2 months after a massive earthquake. It caused enormous clouds of volcanic ash to fall on the city of Edo. Modern-day Tokyo is also destroyed villages and farmland nearby and caused a 10-year famine. Mount Fuji has been dormant since then but is considered active, meaning that scientists expect it to erupt again. After an enormous earthquake struck Japan in 2011, scientists became concerned that Mount Fuji might erupt. Large earthquakes near volcanoes often signal that an eruption is coming. An increase in volcanic activity was detected, but no eruption followed. However, since Mount Fuji is so close to Tokyo, one of the world's largest cities, officials put new safety measures into effect. These include a new evacuation plan for more than 1 million people who might need to escape quickly. In addition, careful monitoring for Mount Fuji and a warning system are in place. Lava, airborne ash, and fast-moving masses that hot rocks and gases are all hazards if the mountain erupts. Plants and animals. Many different kinds of plants grow on Mount Fuji's slopes. The steady increase in elevation creates ever colder habitats going up the mountain. Temperature is an important factor in which kinds of plants can grow in each vegetation zone. The mountainous zone contains trees such as beech, oak, maple, cedar, and fir. A dense forest known as Okigahara, sea of trees, and the Asagiri highland grasslands with cattle ranches are both located here. Havelock and Fir trees grow at lower altitudes and birch and larch grow higher up. No trees goes above roughly 2,200 meters, 7,218 feet in elevation. The alpine zone usually has snow and sub-zero temperatures. Only mosses and lichens grow here. Mount Fuji is home to 37 species of mammals. These include the Japanese serow, a type of goat and antelope, as well as Japanese deer and occasional Asiatic black bears. More common are Japanese squirrels and foxes. They live in many habitats from the base of the mountain to near the top of the subalpine zone. More than 100 species of birds breed about Mount Fuji's base because of the wide variety of habitats. A few kinds of birds live on the mountain year-round. Others migrate through the area or are summer or winter residents. The few amphibians and reptiles include one kind of tree frog. The mountainous zone contains the most insects, including many kinds of butterflies. Sacred symbol. Mount Fuji is Japan's sacred symbol. It has been seen as a sacred mountain for as long as people have lived in Japan. Early people built a shrine around 800 CE near Mount Fuji's base. They hoped it would calm the god that believed as responsible for the volcano's eruptions. Japan's two main religions, Shinto and Buddhism, both consider Mount Fuji sacred. Shinto practitioners believe the mountain is the home of goddess Kahuana Sakuya Hime. Konohana Sakuya Hime. Her name means the goddess of the flowering trees, and her symbol is cherry blossoms. Many shrines built on her honor are located at the base and summit of Mount Fuji as well as at the bottom of the crater. Buddhists refer to Mount Fuji's summer as a zenjo, which means a perfect state of meditation. Both religions consider it important for worshippers to climb the mountains as a religious pilgrimage. Naming the mountain. No one knows for sure how Mount Fuji got its name. A Japanese folk tale links the mountain with the concept of eternal life, or Fuji, not death. Another possibility is that it is named for Fuji, the goddess of fire of the Ainu, Japan's first people. Today, people in Japan call the mountain Fuji-san, Fujiyama, or Fuji no Yama. San and Yama both mean mountain. Artist Katsushika Hokusai, 1760 to 1849, focused on Mount Fuji as a symbol of immortality or everlasting life. His woodcut prints titled 36 Views of Mount Fuji, 1826 to 1833, are Japan's best-known artwork. Hokusai later added 10 more prints to that collection and also created 100 views of Mount Fuji in 1834. Visiting Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is one of Japan's most popular tourist sites and may be the most climbed mountain in the world. As many as 400,000 people climb Mount Fuji each year. Close to 2/3 are Japanese. Climbing Mount Fuji is not difficult by mountain climbing standards, and no special equipment is required. The hike up is more like backpacking than mountain climbing. It is still challenging though, as the trails are rocky and the weather is changeable and windy. Paved roads go halfway up the mountain, and public transportation is available to the fifth station at 2,305 meters, 7,562 feet. 4 main trails go up from there. Depending on the trail, it can take between 4 and 10 hours to ascend and about half that time to descend. Mount Fuji's official climbing season is early or mid-July to mid-September. During that time, trails and facilities are open, the weather is fairly mild, and the mountain is usually free of snow. The mountain is crowded during climbing season, and people often must line up and wait to get through certain areas. Winter climbing conditions are very difficult and are only recommended for the most experienced climbers. Reaching the summit isn't the only reason to travel to Mount Fuji. Visitors also enjoy seeing the lakes and shrines along the way. Other popular activities include visiting Shiraito Falls, which is considered one of Japan's most beautiful waterfalls. Nearby, Mount Chenjo offers a great view for photographing Mount Fuji. So much to offer. Mount Fuji is a symbol of peace and calm around the world. At the same time, it is an active volcano, which makes it a symbol of nature's power and danger as well. For some, seeing Mount Fuji is a spiritual experience. Its ever-changing beauty inspires artists, photographers, and poets. Its rich variety of natural habitats make it an ideal spot for many different plants and animals to live. Its habitats also make Mount Fuji a place of great interest to hikers and nature lovers. With so much to offer to so many different people, it's no wonder that Mount Fuji is one of the most beloved places on earth. Special view of Mount Fuji. A few times a year, Mount Fuji's summit lines up with the rising or setting sun, creating a dramatic star-shaped flash of light known as a diamond Fuji. When viewed from the far side of a lake, the reflection creates a double diamond Fuji, and when the moon lines up the peak, that's